book page turns over. Once upon a time, there were 3 right Chevs. You see, they held a terrible curse set upon them of the shitty parody kind that could only be broken with a good movie parody. So they locked themselves away, scouring the internet for a good parody. Many friends and family tried to stop them, but none prevailed. So there they waited, with the highest Wi-Fi connections and the free porn, waiting for a true parody movie. Like that's never gonna happen! What a little shit!
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ate the
Okay, now's not the time, kitty cat. Can you,
Is that how we're really gonna start this off?
I don't know, is it? Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Sunclips 101, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing the Unwatchable Disaster Movies with Bad Life Choices and the Jay Awesome Show. So boys, how's What? What?
And before we start, everybody lend their ears to me, please. Just, turn your headphones up all the way.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back, guys.
Fine, fuck you. You don't get to be part of this awesomeness that's about to happen. Turn up your volume, listen closely. Everybody shut up. Just get ready to listen to this.
He's gonna fuck. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I ruined your ASMR moment.
Yeah, we had an ASMR moment. I opened my my low-calorie Monster energy drink. Because I work 18 days a week now.
Energy drinks.
Sorry, 18 hours a week. I fucked up my wording.
Not bad.
And by that, I mean 18 hours a day. I am so tired, can you tell?
Yeah. We're literally...
What kind of job? What? Why are you working specifically?
He's a night god.
That needs you to work 18
So
hours
I
a day?
So I still have my job at the restaurant where I'm cooking and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that runs from 3:30 till we close, which could be between 8 and 10 o'clock. And then at 11, I have a security job where I watch a factory and make sure nothing happens to it from 11 o'clock till 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm basically working around 18 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week. Except for today, I'm only working tonight, watching the factory, because Wednesdays are my only day off from work.
Yeah, well, it was Thursdays for a little bit though, but now it has to be Wednesdays.
Well, that was before we reopened, though, right? COVID. Or we can't say the C word.
Hey, don't say that, man. We'll be.
You gotta bleep me out there, Jaden. I didn't say anything. The issues with the world that's been going on.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed,
I didn't
that
have
big
a job.
thing out there right now. Yeah. Unless you just got out of a
Our
coma.
fearless leader, what movie are we discussing today? If people are too stupid to read the fucking title of the video.
I think we're watching the disaster movie again, right?
Disaster? No, what? No. Well, this movie is a disaster movie. But it's not the
I hate
disaster
this movie. I'm sorry. I really don't like this
Scary Movie 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Scary Movie 5. Just kill me now.
So,
Oh my god.
I want to point out, before we even start, like, breaking down choices made, this and that, blah, 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 the start of this movie is the best part.
Yeah.
The first 10 to 15 minutes, best part of this movie. I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard, because the sentence written, and I quote, was, so after the start of the movie happens, Charlie Sheen's character gets killed off, right?
Okay, I have questions.
Charlie Sheen. He's just playing himself with all his fucking tiger blood.
Alright.
Yeah, and that's one of the jokes they make, is because he's also with Lindsay Lohan, and they're just making fun of both of them, how he has a drug addiction and how she's going through all these court cases and whatnot at the time, right, for her addictions. They're just making one big joke about their whole situation. So after Charlie dies, the graphic comes up and says, Charlie's body was found on May 18th, but it didn't stop partying until May 23rd.
Well, I have issues with that because doesn't Charlie Sheen die in the beginning of 4?
Well,
With his
no,
giant-
that's
he
his
di-
character from 3 that dies.
Oh, so it's a whole so it's a whole new guy. Because like the main guy in this, who plays the
Because-
father, he also dies in 4
Because
by fucking Mike Tyson.
Simon Rex,
He gets his
who
eel
is
bitten
also
off.
in Scary Movie 3, canonically is also dead, but they're playing different characters.
Oh, so they're playing. But they're still brothers. I'm so confused. What the
No,
fuck?
they're not.
Yeah, he even says his brother's
Oh,
kids.
they are, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're
He
the
adopts
same.
the
They're the
kid.
same characters. They're really confusing because they both die in the
No,
fourth
because
one.
no, because in 3rd his name is George, and in this movie it's Dan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie. I'm so fucking.
And again,
annoyed.
their characters are canonically dead.
Yeah, I'm like.
George gets his neck broken, $1 Million Baby style, on a fucking stool.
Yeah, it's like. Fuck. Oh my god. So I was. Okay, so clearly they're different characters, but it confuses me that they're playing different named characters with the same story beats. Kids, brothers.
Yeah.
It was just weird. And like, I guess now knowing that, last time I was watching, I was like, where the fuck did Charlie Sheen have these kids? They weren't in the original movies.
That's what we call why the fuck should we give a fuck if we're just gonna make a shit out another movie to make money.
Yeah, not a mention.
It's just a parody movie, Jaden. Don't think too much about it.
I know.
Even
but
though Scary Movie 1 and 3 are one of the best comedy movies to come out of this generation.
I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're definitely up there. They're really funny. Like, they're so dumb, they're great.
Scary Movie 1 changed. Listen, Scary Movie 1 changed the genre.
It did. It changed.
Right?
It changed
Scary
a
Movie
genre.
3 revitalized the genre.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 4 shot it and took it back in the shed. Bill Cosby'd it and shot it in the fucking head. And then Scary Movie 5 took a big fat steaming shit on that grave and then danced on it in their bare feet.
Yeah. Man, this movie's so weird, man. It's clear to me that the first two the ladies who lead the first fucking 4 movies didn't come back for this one. Cindy
Anna
and
Faris
what's her name?
and Regina Hall.
Yeah, and
it's
if
the best, the best part about it is their characters are the same characters from the first movie. They're just they repeat their characters, right?
Yeah.
So even though Regina's character dies in every single one of them, it's hilarious to watch her come back as Brenda.
Yeah.
Because she's a mainstay of the fucking a mainstay of the thing, right?
Is it Cindy and Brenda?
Yeah, Cindy and Brenda. Cindy
Yeah.
Prescott and Brenda, I forget her last name.
So
they're mainstays of the thing.
Yeah,
and the reason and I don't know why they didn't bring Anna Faris back.
Yeah,
you
we're
watch
with that.
Keanu, she makes a joke saying that she was too old.
Really?
Well,
actually,
yeah,
for Hollywood, that makes sense. Like Hollywood, like, oh, you're too long getting out of here. You're sellable. Fuck off. But anyways,
yeah, we're not gonna bring in Anna Faris for this role. We're gonna bring in fucking Sharpay from High School Musical.
But it's
one
clear
of
to
the
me
worst
that like
actresses ever.
they're trying to do the same characters, but they're completely different actors, and it's just insulting.
Yeah.
Like it's the same characters in the last one, it's just different actors, and I'm like, what? I want to see the original characters, not these actors.
Well, not to mention, I fucking hate Ashley Tisdale because she's not a good actress whatsoever.
All right, so
she's garbage.
The first time I saw this
hate her with all
movie,
passion.
I was so mad at that decision, but she's probably my favorite part in this movie. I don't know why.
Really?
I
Really,
mean, because like who else? Like besides the guy and the father, like they're probably the only two. I'm like, they're something. They're not better than the other ones. But they're
Mexican
something.
housekeeper is fucking hilarious.
That was so stupid though. Like it just.
I mean,
kept
all of her
coming up.
jokes is haha, get it? I'm Mexican. Haha.
Yeah,
get it? But
what the
she's
fuck?
fucking hilarious because outside of those stereotypical jokes,
She is pretty awesome.
they make actual good jokes with her.
She is pretty awesome, but it was just like, why? Like, it comes out of nowhere. It does.
All right, I'm gonna walk down this list.
All right, I just
Right?
thought right at the
I'm gonna walk
top.
down this list I have.
Is there like a fucking
Point number 1.
what?
Why the fuck is Usher in this movie as a janitor?
Okay, I love that scene. I was like, yeah, I see more of this. I thought that he looked familiar, but I was like, let's just do a scene with this guy instead. Can we just do a movie on him in a parody movie?
Sure.
It was Usher.
Yeah, he
that
looked
was
famous.
That was Usher. Yeah. Because I'm like, is that fucking Usher? And I looked it up. I'm like, it's Usher.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
why.
I spent most of this movie kind of just looking at my phone and glancing at the screen because I just fucking hate the scary movie franchise with a burning passion.
Yeah. Like
I laughed at one joke, and I fucking got angry at myself for even laughing at it.
Okay, but here's the thing. There are a few funny jokes in this movie. Like the whole opening skit with Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan goes on a little too long, but like the second the clowns and the pony go into the bed where they're fucking, it kind of picks up again.
Yeah.
Like, that whole opening scene I thought was like fucking hilarious, and I'm like, maybe this movie isn't as bad as I thought it was. Right?
No, so like the beginning is weird because you don't get to see the main character till like 10 minutes into the movie. We go through the first 5, which is Charlie Sheen and
Jodie
Lindsay
doesn't
Lohan.
pop up until 15 minutes in.
No, it's
This movie is an hour,
it's
and
9
this movie's
minutes
90
and
minutes.
40 minutes when you first see
This
her on
movie's
the toilet.
86 minutes, and 10 minutes of that are just the end credits.
Yeah, it's like an hour 39 minutes. It was
It's
something like
barely
that.
a
No,
feature film.
It wasn't
not
long.
even 90 minutes.
No, really? It was like it was an hour and 30
It's your
something.
soul.
It was
That
just
was a burp, but thank you.
But yeah,
I
I'm
know
just
what
gonna
I'm doing.
I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
right now though, for me, this movie was just bad. I'm not even sure if it. I mean, it's better than disaster movie, I guess, but
I
that's
don't
not
know.
saying anything.
I don't know,
that's
man.
that's like kind of saying that's kind of like saying getting a diarrhea from one
Food
place
poisoning?
is slightly better
Yeah.
than
Like,
getting explosive
okay,
diarrhea from
the
another
only
place.
To be
reason
fair,
why this
it is
movie-
better to get
What?
diarrhea from a fish place than it is after eating hot wings.
Nah, man, just go watch Fan Full Stick. You'll get
Fan Full-
sick right away
See,
in the theater.
disaster movie is explosive diarrhea after eating hot wings. Scary Movie 5 is having explosive diarrhea after eating fish.
True. Oh my god, that'd be fucking.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I-
but one's worse.
yeah.
I
I
laughed
was
at
gonna say
one
something.
joke in this movie, and that's when they're back practicing for Swan Lake,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
that's when Ashley Tisdale's character is like eating the Cheerio, and then
Oh,
she gets skinnier.
You see
and
the-
then she's like, look at that one chick, she's so skinny, and it's just a
Just
fucking.
the stick.
It's just the
It's
stick.
just a fucking
That was
stick figure. I did
hilarious.
laugh at that. I got
yeah.
so mad that I even laughed
Well,
at
before
And then
that, did you
Erica
see the
Ash
chick in
pulls
the
out a
background who
full
eats the
fucking
pizza
pizza.
box? Did you see the chick in the background who eats the pizza box? I thought that was actually
That
kind of
was also
clever.
funny. I giggled.
Those
I
two
giggled.
jokes were kind of clever. But that pizza that one chick was eating looks so fucking gross.
Yeah,
Like, that was the
also I thought
grossest-
too, it's like, that
They
pizza
don't
does
eat that.
Not look appetizing.
Like,
at
it's
all.
so gross. It's like
It
it's
was
like
a
melting
Greek- it was
on
a
top
Greek
of the
pizza
box.
with feta cheese and olives.
There's
and
so
whatnot.
much cheese on that.
Erica
fucking
Ash, not a bad actress. I think she's alright, but just poorly casted in this movie.
thing. Who's that again? Is that her friend?
She plays Kendra. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. At first, she came out of fucking nowhere, but the second watch, I'm like, she's pretty good. She's trying. Like, when she starts beating up Cecil, I'm like, holy shit, she's laying in some pretty, like, realistic punches. I think this looks great. And then she's like, if I see an ape, I saw it swinging. I'm like, okay, that's kind of good. I like that. I like to see
But
more
see,
of her, but everything else
this
about this, I don't
movie-
want to see.
See, I went into this movie with my spade shovel cocked with IRL slugs,
Yeah.
and you know it was so disappointing.
It was.
There's 4 or 5 like good jokes in this movie, and most of them happen between Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Because the whole scene of them talking about getting soap in their penis, like their penis hole, fucking hilarious.
That was so random.
I love that scene.
That was so
And then just
random,
watching-
though. Like,
And then Snoop explaining how we're just going in to roll 1 blunt and we're gone, and you just see them next carrying a fucking canoe.
all right. Halt the train.
Visual-
Halt the train. Why would you leave that fucking blunt? Why did you not bring it back to the cabin? What were they thinking? That's the biggest joint I've ever seen. You just leave it there?
Because that's the joke. It's like, oh man, they're just gonna have one joint, and then all of a sudden they're carrying this huge one. It's like, ha ha.
That
that's
joke could have
funny.
kept going.
But it's
They could have
funny
brought the
because
joint
if you-
into the cabin, laid it somewhere, and then walked into the room. Like, Did they not care about continuity? They run off with a big joint. They
no,
drop it. They leave it.
They laid it down behind the tree stump that they were kneeling at when they're making that joke where Snoop Dogg couldn't understand the movie reference that
Cabin in the
Mac
Woods.
Miller's character was trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear I've seen this, that movie, but the cabin.
Oh yeah,
Cabin in the Woods.
that's actually my favorite part in this movie. The actual
I've never
cabin
had
in
a
the
joke
woods
feel
scene.
like it went on for half an hour.
No, like the
Please put the
actual
clip in.
Which one?
The whole cabin in the woods skit. Please put that in. I fucking love it.
Wait, the Evil Dead one or the?
No, where he's like, I've seen this
The
before.
gun?
That movie with the cabin in the woods.
Oh yeah,
That-
yeah. I'll put that in. I'll put that
Fucking
in.
love it.
Oh, whoa. It's a cabin in the woods. We need to go hide over in there.
Nah, man, I'm not going in there. It reminds me of a horror movie I once saw.
What horror movie?
The one with the cabin in the woods.
Friday the 13th?
No, the one with the cabin in the woods.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No, the one with the cabin in the woods.
The Ring?
The one with the cabin in the woods.
Blair Witch Project?
No, man, the one with the cabin in the woods.
The Monsters?
That wasn't in the woods. That wasn't even a damn movie.
Look, man, we ain't got time for this shit right now. We need to get to that cabin in the woods.
No, but it was weird because like, oh, what? I just lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I gonna say? Shit. Hey,
I
you-
don't know.
oh yeah, say so. My favorite part about this movie was the actual cabin in the woods scene when they like start making fun of like Evil Dead and shit. I thought that was
Okay, so,
really
like-
great. I thought that was actually a solid joke. When like they go to
When
the
I
cabin,
first watched
there's like
the scene,
church kids,
I-
and then they start reading the fucking book, and then they start just going all Evil Dead up still. They don't even go back up to check on them. I thought that was actually kind of funny.
We should maybe leave, but I don't really want to go through those weirdo kids again. Oh, there's a door right here. Let's just go through it.
He's like, my penis is in the corner. Can someone help me pee? I'm like, that's wait, what the fuck? I'm like, that's a good scene. But
listen,
that's
the last movie
yeah.
review we did was Hercules in New York, and I feel like I was a little too homoerotic in that movie.
Yeah, a
review.
little.
That's not a problem.
It's onward.
So I feel like I have to severely overcurve this and talk about how Sarah Hyland is fucking gorgeous. I love her so much. She is a fucking goddess.
So are we gonna expect you on the news at some time, just after you've stalked Sarah Hyland? Stalking is still a
Who the
crime.
fuck's that again? I don't know actors. I don't keep that in my head. Who's that again?
She was in Modern Family.
Oh, the.
She was the chick.
Yeah,
that,
I saw her photo on Wikipedia. It's like, oh, okay, I do know her.
The lady who gets.
She's the one that cuts her tongue in half with the
Right.
extended blade.
She was really good. I thought
So
she was
you go
kinda
up
cool.
there and be like, hey, I let you cut my tongue in half.
Exactly. How about we start a Modern Family?
But there was one thing from that scene that really irritated me, and that was when they were actually parodying the Resident Evil clip when she's like in the basement and she's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, weren't they just
That
in
was
the
the
basement?
one part that I didn't laugh at.
Weren't they just in the
Resident
basement? How the
Evil
fuck did she
clip.
get in though?
Are you talking about the Evil Dead, Jaden?
Yeah, like the Evil Dead scene was like, I'm gonna
said-
get you.
You said
And
Resident
she's
Evil,
like,
so I thought
oh,
that-
sorry, my
that's
bad.
very funny.
And she's like,
That's funnier
she's,
than anything in this movie.
and she's like in the cellar, and then her tongue gets cut off because someone steps on it. But weren't they
Jaden,
just
I
in the
need you to-
cellar? How did she get in the cellar? Like that breaks the whole joke. Like that was really funny up until you get to that, and then it
don't
breaks the
think
joke.
about it.
How
Just
we-
remember, it's a reference.
It's a reference. But you already had the
Doesn't
goddamn
matter if the
reference.
joke is funny or not. It's a reference.
Just the fact that they went with all the blood and the makeup for that was enough for the reference.
Yeah,
they didn't have to
they
throw in
nailed
a
it,
cellar,
like-
well they already will. It just didn't make sense. Who the fuck caged her down now?
But
Like-
here's the point. Out of all the parodies they did, the Evil Dead one they fucking nailed. The over-the-top gore, the goofy effects on the makeup, like that was the one parody they actually nailed. And the best part is, they did a swerve because normally it's fucking alcoholic, drug-ridden, sexed-up teens that are gonna be there. It's like, no, we're here on a Bible retreat.
We just saved a bird.
We want to read the Bible and sing Kumbaya.
Oh my
Look,
God.
these kids who've done nothing wrong in their lives get their lives ruined.
My
And that's
favorite
what I love
part
about
is
that
the
scene.
reactions. They're like, oh my god, what have we done? Why would we do that? I'm like, yes.
I'm missing an
Yes.
arm.
That's great. But no, I hate that joke because they ruin it with the fucking cello. I'm like, how did she get in the cello? That made no sense. They were in the cello. If she was in the cello
that's so
with them,
good.
then she would just attack them. Oh, she would just use the fucking other door down though. I'm like, anyways, it just really annoyed the fuck out of me. That one.
I
10
felt like it
second
went on a
clip.
little too long though. That's the thing.
Sorry.
I feel like they had the skit go on a little too long.
Yeah.
And also the way that they introduced it and then the way they finish it with the toy car.
Oh yeah.
So
that I think that was referencing.
What was the point of that?
I think that was referencing George Little.
Stuart Little.
Yeah.
George Little.
George, I don't fucking know. But I
That's the
think.
movie I want to watch. M. Night Shyamalan, make George Little, please.
Dude, can you? That'd be amazing.
Well, he did the first movie.
Oh, did he? M. Night Shyamalan made
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he wrote it.
What?
Yeah, I don't think he directed it, but he wrote it.
The fuck?
Yeah. Also,
I did
Jan,
not know
I need
that.
you to do something for me right now. You know how you posted pictures of Arnold when I was talking about him?
Yeah.
I need you to do the same for Sarah Harlan, please.
If I. Who the fuck's. Okay, I'm dumb. Who the fuck's that? Who's that?
The one who splits her tongue open with the
Oh!
executive
Yeah,
one. We
sorry.
just
Yeah,
talked
no
about
problem, no problem. Yeah.
It's so that he has something to masturbate to later.
it. I have Google.
Please,
Are you
not
sure you know
on
how
my
to use
video.
It, though?
I'm pretty sure I do, or else I wouldn't have been able to use Discord.
Okay, if I had a newspaper right now, oh fuck it, I'd come over there and beat your ass. Fucking.
What are you, a
back.
90-year-old grandma? Get off my lawn! No, shut up, Jim.
Stop
Just
touching my
put the pictures on
nose.
screen.
Okay.
No, I need more pictures on screen. Jim. Fill the whole screen.
All right, it's filled.
Yeah,
I can't fill anymore.
There. Stop for anything weird.
No, I have to overcorrect with what happened last week with Arnold. Okay.
All right, that's
Okay, now
enough
that my
photos. That's
overcorrection
enough
is done,
photos.
move
We can't
on.
add any more photos. God damn it, bitch. It's
I
no
don't know
more
if I wanna
photos.
move on
All
from
right,
this.
cut.
This is too funny now.
What?
I want to point out
What?
Snoop Dogg, Mac Miller, and Key Williams, best part of this movie.
I felt like they should have been the main characters throughout the whole movie. They should have been the
I would
ones
love to watch a
in the
parody movie with
house.
Snoop Dogg.
They should have been the
and
ones
Mac
watching the
Miller.
kids.
That'd be great.
I think that would have been a lot better because it would make sense to see them as the first character. Okay, 5 minutes in, that's fine, but 10 minutes in to meet the main character, that's dumb. At least at the 5 minute mark, set it up as that as her as the main character, not because I thought the first time seeing, I thought Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller were the main characters. I was like, okay, so this is
No,
what
they
we're
were
starting. We're starting this, and it's gonna make sense,
Wow,
right?
you think they could pay Snoop Dogg enough weed to stay on that set for more than 3 days? I don't think
Well,
so.
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But
Listen, they managed to get the rights to all of these movies to make a parody about. I'm
No,
pretty sure they'd be able to get enough.
No,
of
you
it.
don't need rights to make parody.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but they got Molly Sharon to come in this, so I'm pretty sure they can afford weed.
Who?
They got Molly
Who?
Sharon. She's the chick that gets the billboard dropped on her,
Again, I'm sorry.
Did I forget
spent most
a
of this
massive-
movie trying not to pay attention to
Who?
it.
Okay, so you've seen the
Oh,
movie
the lady who-
Talladega Nights, correct?
Yes, okay, now I do know.
That's
who
her.
it is.
She's the alcoholic, where she's talking
Yeah.
about how she loves the rumbling of the race cars. Jaden put that clip in.
okay, I don't know what the
No,
fuck you're talking
stop putting
about.
these
Sure.
clips in. We don't want to get copyright claimed.
Yes. All right, put in
You can't get
copyright
copyrighted
claim.
if it's a discussion.
Yeah, but you can't. Well, what if you put the clip in? That movie studios don't care if it's fair use or not.
You're not wrong. This is a big issue on YouTube. So I will proceed at
Yes,
my own
but
aggression,
here's the
and
thing, because
hopefully
it
we
does
don't
not
get
breach
copyright.
Copyright.
Whoa.
But anyways, back to
Hey,
shitting on this
future Sun
movie.
clips. Did you add it? No. Okay, cool.
Yeah, feature some clips. Did you add it? Yes or no? Can you just put up a graphic? Because we don't know. If you've already shown it,
Bad-
just put up a graphic saying yes.
Bad life choices
And
actually
if
made
you
a good
didn't,
life
just put
choice.
up a middle finger and we'll get the message.
But
Where were we talking
anyways,
about
so
again?
yeah,
Also, Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller are the true heroes of this movie when it comes to the end of the movie, which we will get to in a bit.
Yeah, that was that. Oh my god. Okay, can we also just acknowledge the fact that the ghost can fly?
Yeah.
She starts flying
What
at
the
one
fuck?
point, and then she falls off the fucking mountain. That annoyed me so much.
But it's a ghost. It's a ghost. Like, it's eaten by a shark.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is true, but that's totally a man in that costume. That is a
Oh, 100%.
big,
It was a
beefy
man.
boy.
A man played the original Mama too.
Really? I did not
Yeah.
know that. That's kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Also,
I
a
haven't seen
man
it.
played a man in a bear suit in Hercules in New York.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a bear suit.
Yeah.
You need a hairy dude to play that. Anyways, fuck,
There
where
was
are we
Sasquatch.
going?
I re-listened to that, man. That was funny.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was Sasquatch.
I did though. I really fucking did. Also, since we're bringing up old things, the whole time in Dragon Ball Evolution, I was talking about Master Yoshi, not Gohan. Oh, Gohan. Anyways, we're past that.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't notice until I was
Yoshi.
editing the video. I was like, oh fuck, I was saying the wrong name.
So yeah, so let's continue with Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller.
Yeah.
They hold the funniest joke in this whole movie.
The gun.
And it's when they just keep pulling out guns and then saying, okay, let's drop our guns. And then they just keep pulling out more. And it comes right after both of them unloaded 200 rounds of ammunition into the walls of this cabin because Mac Miller saw a kid run by.
Did you see the guns in the ground? There was like a rocket launcher, there was like a
Yeah.
fucking machine gun, there was a Tommy.
Please
Like,
just play the
what?
ending of that clip where they decide to have a truce. I fucking love that scene in itself because it's just a pile of guns and it says, you know, we can do this we can do this all day. You want to just accept the truce?
Yeah. It's like,
There's like fucking 500 different guns on the floor.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's great.
But no, that was
so
another.
They're the ones that find the kids, and they have a worse looking baby than American Sniper did.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked really bad.
Although unlike American Sniper, this was meant to be a joke, no
Yeah.
matter how not funny it was.
But no.
I laughed more at that scene in American Sniper than I did at any scene in this movie.
Well, you didn't laugh when they're walking into the house for the first time, and she domes the baby on the door.
No.
Yeah, that seemed really okay. So
because that's like the first joke you think of
Yeah.
when you think of, oh, how are we gonna show that they might not be ready to be parents? So they're just gonna
She
dome the kid
concusses
on
the baby and lights the head on fire.
yeah. Okay, so that pissed me off. She was looking up when she put the baby
Yeah.
up. She looks down. She looks back up. Oh shit! How did you not see that? This movie, it hurts my brain. Ah! I can't anymore. Fuck this movie.
So
Okay, like-
I have this written down.
Shit just
Every
happens
joke-
for no fucking reason. This movie is so irritating. Like compared to the
So
first
I-
one,
I
shit
wrote-
just happened. Like shit happened naturally. Well, in this one, shit just happened.
Exactly. So
Sorry.
yeah, actually, this is what I was hoping was going to be brought up.
Yeah.
Because let's look at an actual good parody movie, and that's Scary Movie 3. I watched Scary Movie 3 immediately after Scary Movie 5 to compare them, right?
I should have watched it.
So let's break them down, right? So Scary Movie 3 is a parody of Signs,
Yes.
The Ring,
Yep.
an 8 Mile for like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
Matrix for 5 minutes, and
Oh yeah.
that's it. That's really it. There's only like 4 or 5 different parodies that happen in this movie, but the main two are The Ring and Signs.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of the movie, both plots merge. So the plot with the aliens and the plot with the ring, they get merged together because of the 8 Mile skit that ties everything in. You see, these skits aren't just set up to be haha funny, look, we're referencing something. It's like, no, it's moving the plot forward in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, Cindy Campbell wouldn't have met George if she wasn't late to pick up Cody, her like adopted son, from school, which means he wouldn't have invited her to the rap shelter that he raps at, which
Yeah.
then wouldn't lead to her enjoying herself and liking this guy, which then wouldn't lead to the actual punchline of the parody, because this movie actually sets up its punchlines.
Yeah, like in those movies, the characters move the plot instead of the plot just moving on its own. It's like,
And exactly, it's the
Man.
characters moving the plot, not the plot moving the characters.
yeah, like it's just like those first movies, man. Like let's go all the way back to when I first saw this movie. I love the first 4 movies. I was a dumb
Yeah,
kid.
it's
I
classic.
love them. And this was the very first time when I realized Hollywood, if they have to change something, they will just fucking change it. And like
Yeah.
when I went into this movie, everything about it was changed. Like the main leads would change, people were dead came back, fucking shit just happened. I still don't understand
for the sake of happening.
why they would fucking do that. Like, I understand it was the 5th movie, right? Like, they were probably out of ideas. They
Yeah.
were just like, just fucking make it. We'll probably have contracts. But you could have... Like,
But,
there
like-
was clearly a funny movie somewhere in here. But again, like every other movie reviewed, something fucked up and it just did not work at all.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
At least with the other 4 scary movies, like I don't like Scary Movie 4 that much. I think it's pretty. Or yeah, I don't like Scary Movie 4 or Scary Movie 2 that much. I think they're bad, but they actually look like movies.
Yeah.
This movie looks like an internet series shot on a handheld camera.
Yeah. No, this one
Like
looks so
it's
cheap.
so ugly to look at.
I think
And
it's...
this movie has the highest budget out of all of them.
Yeah.
This movie,
How is that
this
possible?
movie only had a budget of $20 million.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the high-
so it's cut?
I'm
or
pretty
was it-
sure it had the highest budget of them all.
No,
What was the highest budget one?
Scary Movie had
Yeah.
a budget of 40.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
3 had 48.
Okay.
Oh, so okay.
2 had 45. And the original is the cheapest one they made.
Wow.
Yeah, and that movie looks amazing. And that came out in like what, 97, 98?
2000.
A while ago.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
So like, not even that. Look at fucking Hercules in New York. That movie was god awful, but like at least it looked like a movie.
Okay, that movie's funny. I think that movie's actually funny.
No.
I
Yeah,
think
well, that movie's funny because it's trying to be serious.
I know, that's why I
somewhat,
love it.
And then it becomes funny because of that. This movie is just terrible because it tries to be funny and there's
It's god
nothing.
awful.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's oh my god,
Yeah.
like if you're a big
'Cause
fan,
I know I haven't been talking much during this discussion, but
That's
it's just-
okay.
I don't have much to say
fail, man. Like
about this
Right.
movie.
I'm-
It's just bad. That's it.
yeah. Like at least with
Well, and-
Disaster
and to
Movie,
me
there was
also-
something to talk about, but with this one, you just feel upset. Like if this is the first movie in my childhood, anyways, well, I was like, I've been betrayed. I expected something to actually be okay, but this is just insulting. Like this movie was so shit. Like
You're lucky you never got to experience food fight at a young age like I was.
who went for fight? Let's go to the theater for
Destroy
fight.
you.
No one.
And I have kids. I am going to force them to watch that movie so they know the pain that I went
Yeah,
through.
like Food Fight didn't come from a
Why?
full previous film like series.
Because I'm a terrible person, Jackson.
Like
That's
this
why.
isn't a
Well,
whole.
I mean, I know that, but come on, even terrible people have
Like,
some standards.
Scary Movie 5 isn't a new
Yeah,
IP.
you're not
This
wrong.
is the 5th movie in a long-running franchise. Like, you had fans. You had a lot. Like, you got fans for making shit movies, and then you made an even shittier movie.
And you know what's funny?
And you lost the people who loved the other one.
I-
Like, sorry.
Exactly.
Yes.
The first time I watched one of the scary movies, it was, funny enough, Scary Movie 3, I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I probably saw 3
And
as
it
well.
actually scared me.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's parodying a horror movie,
It's still
and there's
supposed
some
to be
scenes
scary.
that are actually creepy.
Yeah. Fuck.
I mean, like the whole joke where Brenda's faking her death multiple times.
Oh,
When she did the fake seizure, it terrified me. And even now, it's still a little off-putting, even though I know the
man.
punchline.
Can
Like,
we just explain? Can we just like take a moment to like just talk about how much charisma those actors had? Like they fucking
Yeah,
they
Anna Faris,
oozed off the
amazing
screen.
actress.
Well, the new characters they're just there to get paid. Like
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: I hate Sharpay, the actress who plays Jodie. I'm gonna call her Sharpay because that's all she is to me.
Like-
I don't like her.
is that
She's
the
not
is
a
that a
good
friend?
actress.
That's her
Stop giving
friend,
her
right?
work.
That's her buddy, or was that who the fuck?
That's Jodie, the main character.
Oh, okay.
I call her Sharpay because she's in High School Musical.
I thought you were talking about someone else. Okay,
You know
so
what I like to think of? Jodie is just Sharpay, but after high school she went
I
nowhere in life,
believe
so she just changed her name and decided to join a punk band.
the only reason why this movie isn't worse than Disaster Movie is because of her. I think she brings something to the table more than
No,
Disaster
she
Movie
doesn't.
does.
She brings zero. to
More
the
than
table.
Disaster Movie does. Like the leads in that movie, you want to kill yourself. But the lead in this one is a little bit better.
No,
That's why it doesn't hit 1 for the worst movies. I think this might be 2 or 3, but this doesn't hit
listen.
1, unfortunately.
No, I agree. I agree. I like having Maddie Fitzpatrick in here because at least I can feel like, oh yeah, that's someone I recognize. Unlike with Disaster Movie where it's like, oh yeah,
Who
I
the fuck are
recognize
these
Kim
people?
Kardashian.
Is the voice actor of Anakin. Do you remember him? Like, it's just...
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, the Disaster Movie had decent actors in it. This movie
like
has
who again,
just
Jackson?
celebrities for the fact of saying celebrities. Sharpay playing Jodie, the worst fucking choice you could have made. She is a terrible actress. She delivers all of her lines so poorly. And I was going to say this for later. At the end, they tried giving her a character arc with these kids, saying, hey, you can't kill these kids. Like, bitch, shut up. You spent a total of, 15 minutes screen time with these kids. I forgot there was 3 of them.
Yeah.
This movie is so all over the place. Where nothing. Ugh.
I never thought of this movie as a banging your desk out of frustration kind of movie.
It's so
Or
frustrating.
like the one that you just it's more like
We
a
were
child,
betrayed.
It's more like a child that's just trying to get your attention by annoying you, and you kind of just roll your eyes and just tell it to go to just go away.
I don't know, man. It's just like...
That's how much I hate this movie, because Scary Movie 3 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Like, that's the issue here. Like, there was a series that fans liked, and then we got the 5th one, and fans went, we don't want these anymore, stop. There's a big problem now. Like, that's Star Wars, if anything. Like, that's a big problem. If the fans are saying no more, you've done something that you can't fix.
The Last Jedi of the Scary Movie franchise.
I guess, probably, yeah. Like, I mean... I want to... Maybe Last Jedi? Maybe something worse. I don't know.
Literally right down to resurrecting characters. Like...
Yeah, but did they kill anyone off in this one?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
They kill off Mama.
Okay, well, fuck Mama.
For some reason, on night 3,
Mama!
a car just fucking explodes. Did anybody else catch that? On night 3, a car just blows up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
no.
saw that,
Okay,
and
thank you for bringing this up.
I just
All right.
went back to being like,
No. Thank you for bringing this up. I rewatched it. That scene is reused 5 fucking times in the movie. Same car.
Yeah.
Same everything. Okay, so they use stock footage for this fucking movie, and it's so noticeable. The forest scene, when they're just showing the forest, they're talking about they're talking about fucking Charlie Sheen. I'm like, that's a stock footage. The first time they show the cabin, and they see a car, and it looks like a nice peaceful area, that's stock footage. The fucking... Some shots of the house were stock footage. I was just like, this is so annoying. And it's funny because when they used the stock footage of the cabin, I was really pissed off because they actually have a real shot of a fake cabin that they used 2 shots at the end of the movie. I'm like, why did you use the B-roll shot? Like, why did you use the stock footage? Like, because the stock footage of the
really
cabin looks
upsets me,
so neat. There's a car there. There's flowers. Everything looks
upsets you
nice.
about it?
Sorry.
The fact that this movie had a $20 million budget and it was technically deemed successful because it made back $78.4 million box office wise.
Wow.
This movie was a success when it does not deserve to be.
At least
also,
they had the
correction
good sense
from
of not
the last
continuing
movie
it.
that we did, Hercules in New York.
Yes.
They did. There was a box office for that movie. Out of a $300,000 budget, that movie made $11,000.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. Well, that's what I'm upset about. This movie is technically a successful movie when it does not deserve to be. Because again, let's go back to the comparisons of Scary Movie 3. Jaden, you have to put clips and you can just put pictures up if you want to.
Alright.
You have a skit with Wu-Tang that was set up in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Wait, what?
The first 20 minutes of the movie, they set up how no matter what, the Hood always has your back. And at the end of the movie, they pay that off with the Hood showing up. They kill each other, unfortunately, but they pay that off at least, right?
What?
And then you have...
When did this happen? What?
Yeah, the whole Wu-Tang clan shows up just to kill each other in a gunfight. It's great.
Wait, what movie?
Yeah, I can't believe you.
Is
had
this still the
Scary
same
Movie
movie?
3.
Oh, Scary.
No,
Oh,
Scary
oh
Movie
my
3.
God! I thought we were talking about 5. Like, when the fuck did this happen?
No.
5. You gotta. Oh man, my brain's melted. You
have the
gotta
whole
like
scene.
throw out some like big woods before you just start rambling. I got so lost. Sorry, no, I do know what you're talking about. Yes.
Wait, do you hear that? And I got the boys with me. Get out the car, man.
Yeah, who we gotta shoot?
Is y'all ready to go step? Well, let's go do this, because I'm hyped right now, B. I'm real hyped.
Step on my shoe, bitch. Call me another bitch again, and I'll park your truck dead in your ass.
Calm down, man. Damn, homie.
In the cornfield.
They're coming. Hey, look, don't even worry about that. Me and my boys here, we gonna go ahead and take care of this. Hey, yo, come on, let's go ahead and...
Hey, son, if I was you, son, I'll bust this shit right now.
Your mom, I got your number too, homie.
We over here, y'all.
He ain't gonna bust nothing. I got nuts bigger than him, yo. I'm a Percival, you country ass maple syrup. Hey, y'all want some biscuits? You want some biscuits?
Sit down. Get that.
I can't believe what I just saw.
These men died for their country. Send flowers to their bitches and hoes.
You have the great and late Leslie Nielsen as the president of the United States punching fucking Girl Scout cookies in the mouth. Thinking they're aliens. It's great.
Like, they have metal. The young ones have metal in their mouth. Jerry's kids, my ass.
What was the name of the ray where you could like detect people and then it stopped removing anyone's clothes?
Leslie Nielsen is funny.
Okay, so
always.
that was another thing I want to say. If you're a big fan of the Naked Gun movies, never watch this movie. Never. It fucking hurts so bad. The Naked Gun movies, go watch those. Those are amazing movies. Those are so fucking great.
I love the Naked Gun movies. I love the first Airplane.
Yeah.
I love Top Secret. I love everything Abrams Zucker have done, and
I even like superhero
This movie
movie.
is just terrible.
I think the superhero movie was really fucking fun for its time.
Well, and you know what sucks? Leslie Nielsen was in a TV show called Police Squad, and it was deemed too funny to be on TV. It only had 6 episodes. It was supposed to run for 4 seasons, but they canceled it.
Wow.
Because it was too funny.
Really?
They felt like it was gonna. They felt like this show would be the only thing people would watch, and it would kill TV, so they had to cancel it.
Who canceled this?
That's how funny Leslie Nielsen.
Wait, was this Sony?
That's how funny he
Who
is.
was this? Was this Paramount? This Columbia Pictures?
Like even Spy
That's
Hard,
weird, man. He would
a
do that.
terrible parody movie. But like Spy Hard is a bad parody movie, but because Leslie Nielsen's in it, it's funny.
I don't know what movie
Because
you're
that's
talking about.
just the aroma he has. He's a funny actor.
He has that.
So when he
charisma.
shows up in
he's
Scary
really good at
Movie
what
3,
does.
he eats the fucking scenery like Jerry's kids.
Yeah. Like, I love him in superhero movie. I think he was great as playing Uncle
Yes!
Ben. I think that was amazing. Like,
I have to give Leslie Nielsen a shout out. Rest
bet
in
you
peace, you are the
$5
king
you
of
can't
comedy.
catch us in.
I have
you
to
can't
give
catch
I have
this.
to give Leslie Nielsen a shout out because I posted a clip of him from from superhero movie, and that's what made me blow up on that app.
Wow.
And it's when he shoots Kevin Hart in
Yeah.
the hand with a nail gun.
I bet you can't catch this. It's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah! It's like, what the fuck?
It's easier than it looks. Shoots him in the hand.
Oh my
No, I don't
god,
think
that
so.
There's another great scene when he's like, "It's a good thing we took that shortcut through the park," and then like he drives off and he's like pulling a fucking like a playground with him. It's like, what the fuck? Please, Mister, stop! Like, that's great. Like, it's just so
It's
dumb.
just the fact that the delivery he gives in everything is fucking hilarious, which is why I love him in Scary Movie 3. They make an airplane reference, and that's what saves the main characters at the end.
All right, everybody.
That's the best part.
We're done with Scary Movie 5. Let's just talk about Scary Movie 3. Sounds good. Let's go. Here's the reason why I like Scary Movie 3.
The whole setup that I have for this thing is comparing a good parody movie from the same franchise to a bad one.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So
see.
That's only fair.
Let's go back to the 8 Mile scene, right? It's 5 minutes. It's like 5 to 7 minutes long. Future Jaden, if can you like put up a graphic saying how long it actually is? Because I'm probably wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how long it is. Good job, Future Jaden.
Yay.
Sure, Jaden doesn't really want to have to watch
I'm
that.
dying editing right now.
Knowing Jaden's humor, he will fucking love this scene because Simon Cowell's in it and he gets fucking capped and it's hilarious.
I still have that movie on DVD. I love that movie. I got 3 and 4 on DVD.
So let's compare that. So the fact that George in this movie, played by Simon Rex as well, is set up to be a rapper when we first meet, the second time we meet him, it makes sense that he would be going to a rap shelter to rap, right?
Yeah.
So they set it up that he's going up against this like rapper, a Fat Joe, I'm pretty sure his name is, right? And they make 8 Mile jokes. They reference it, that it's an actual thing in that universe, right?
Yeah.
So then he comes out with his own rap and it wows the whole crowd, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the 8 Mile skit itself is not the punchline. The punchline is when George throws up his hood and it looks like a KKK hood.
Yeah.
And then he accidentally hails Hitler and he gets tossed out. That's the punchline.
That was kind of funny.
That's the punchline.
Like that. Yeah. Like, what an idiot! He rocked the house, and then fucked himself. That's why I like that character. When he walks, he's a complete idiot. When it
that's
walks.
the thing, though, because he is an idiot, but that's not his character.
Now in
this
the
movie,
fifth
in Scary Movie 3, he's an idiot, but you see he's trying his best.
Yeah.
He wants to be a father figure. He wants to succeed. Everything he does fails, but the one thing he's good at is being a father figure.
You're like
right?
hearing that? That sounds
And then you
great,
look at Scary Movie 5. His whole character is, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Like, there was some good clips of him, but they were so moggled down with all the other bad clips. Like, I think when he got ran over by the lawnmower was kind of funny. Like, he starts fighting the
yeah, when he's fighting with Maria.
Yeah. And that was kind of funny.
Also,
or when he's, like,
that
setting
whole
up the...
setup.
Sorry?
The one thing I hated about this movie is how any external shots they had in this movie, they fast-forwarded it.
Yeah.
Because, get it, we're parodying fucking Paranormal Activity. But, like, even fast-forwarding it doesn't make sense with the movie's universe itself, because the time is going by so fast, but the characters aren't moving that fast.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say is, like, there's a couple scenes where they clearly shot it with actors on set at one time and then other actors on set another time.
Yeah, like when he falls through the window, and like they put him in the ambulance.
Make one actor go faster than the other, and I fucking hated that.
Yeah, it was weird because
I hate that effect because it just never looks right.
Like every time he went into the ambulance, the family that was like watching him leave were not the same people.
That was the worst running joke of the whole movie. Is the fact that no matter what he does, he keeps getting knocked out.
Yeah, I thought it was funny
when
she brings him back to the house and he like starts wandering off as they're walking to the door. I thought that was kind of funny. I was
this
like, okay,
is a nice house. Where are we?
I'm gonna walk this way. And then she goes gets him, and then they start getting close to the door, and then he starts walking a different way. She goes and gets him again. I'm like, hey, that's kind of neat. And then like they go in the house, like, oh, I found this bandage on my head. It's like, okay, that's kind of funny, but it would be awesome if it was in a better plotted movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
also, I have this written down. Yeah. I've referenced Hercules in New York quite a bit. How is it that the fake bear suit in Hercules in New York looks better than the suits we have for the monkeys in this movie?
Alright, so let me just... before anyone else says this, I'm so happy that Terry Crews is in this. That came out of fucking nowhere. I forgot about that.
So was the Planet of the Apes arc. It's there for 5 minutes, and then the monkeys escape, and then nothing happens.
So the moment...
Nothing happens.
The moment we get introduced to anything from Planet of the Apes is when the movie instantly falls down. Instantly. That's where you know the movie is not going to get better.
Anytime they fucking reference that was just the worst part of the movie.
I thought the Caesar costume
was pretty funny.
I think the Caesar costume looked alright. It looked terrifying, but it looked alright. But, like, all his buddies, you could totally tell they were just cheap costumes. And then...
I feel like... Jaden put up a picture of this.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had just got the characters from the Bloodhound Gang and their fucking monkey suits from the music video that they did, I feel like that would have been a funnier joke.
Why didn't they just use the costume from fucking Land of the Lost? Fucking with Chaka. I think that would have looked a lot better.
Because that was a visual effects and makeup that took 12 hours to put on.
Holy shit. Okay, never mind. And you know they don't think they can
afford that. And clearly they don't have 12 hours a day for this movie. Just to do that.
Yeah.
They have 6 hours because, everyone wants to fucking go home and pretend they're not working on this movie.
Dude, I just realized we're almost an hour into the episode and there's still so much more to talk about. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So, for example, I have written down in my notes, why the fuck does Tyler Perry's Medea show up in this movie for no fucking reason?
2 times.
Because it's a reference.
Twice. Once at the beginning and once at the end. Also, the actor they got to play was kind of nice. I think that actor really spot on, like, to fucking portray that. I think that was kind of funny.
That's because it's actually the actor that played.
Really? No,
Like,
no, it
it's not
wasn't.
Tyler
That wasn't
Perry.
him. No way, that was
Tyler
him.
Perry doesn't. No, it's 100% the character that plays Medea. I looked it up.
Tyler Perry plays Medea.
Yeah. That wasn't. Yeah, Tyler
That
Perry.
wasn't Tyler
He plays
Perry.
all of his characters.
One
He's
minute.
actually kind of.
No, I have to.
That's okay. It's okay. That did not look like him. I know that was not him. No way, that's him. Because
Even Tyler
so it was
Perry.
Lewis Thompson.
Even
Lewis
Tyler
Thompson.
Perry has standards about being in comedy movies.
Yeah, he's
See, that's
quite
what that's the thing.
professional.
They did so good with that. It confused me into thinking that was actually Tyler Perry.
I did at first too. I was like, wait a minute, is that? Yeah, no. But they did it twice though. They did it at the beginning, and then they did it at the end. And she's like, this isn't fucking ballet." And it's like, oh, okay, that's okay. Also,
Also, if we're speaking about the end, I have a pretty funny joke I wrote down in my notes. I said, it's pretty funny because since this movie came out, the Green Bay Packers haven't even come close to winning a Super Bowl.
dude, that was so random. Out of everything that happened,
Yes.
that was the most randomest fucking thing that happened. She's like,
And
yeah,
since then, they haven't
I'm on
come
top of the
close
world. And she's
to
like,
winning
they
a
just fucking come out with cheese hats on. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's literally the ending of the movie. Then we go up to Cecil, and he's talking like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And then he's like, enjoy Earth where you can, where you still have it, motherfuckers. And he's just, oh my,
The movie ends. Yeah.
hate this movie.
I also have another thing written down.
Yeah.
It's when they go into. So I want to point out, I actually have a cameo in this movie. I didn't mention this at the time because I didn't want to be unbiased.
Yeah.
But I
you the
actually I
baby?
do, in fact, have a cameo in this movie, and it's when they're at the cabin to look for the Necronomicon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you see them walking down the stairs, you will see me hanging from
Oh, the
a rope.
cat? The fucking cat.
And they had me dressed up as a rat.
You sure that
I'm
wasn't
not
George
kidding.
Little?
There's literally a rat that hanged himself in the basement.
No, that was a cat. I thought that was a cat.
No.
That was an orange
No, it was a
cat.
rat.
No, that was a cat. It was orange. It was an orange cat. Was it not? Whoa.
No, it was a rat that was that hung himself.
We're
in
gonna
the
settle
basement.
this right now. I'm not gonna do it right here. We're gonna fucking pirate some shit.
What was that? I just heard.
I know.
Fucking fuck off, I'm fucking touched by beans.
Also,
Right
so I have this written down. I have every joke in this movie is literally sex joke. Get it? Because Maria is Mexican.
There's a
Ha
lot
ha,
of sex
funny
jokes.
because poop.
There's a lot of sex jokes in this. Like,
Yeah,
no
a lot
reason.
of sex and a lot of poop. Like, anytime you see the monkeys, it's like, oh, they're throwing their shit.
Okay, can I just... Okay, so, you know when Caesar's in the washroom and he's, like, reading the book?
Oh yeah, he figures out the whole map.
Yeah, so that really confused
Mama?
me because Caesar is Morgan Freeman in this, but he's on the toilet talking about himself.
Exactly.
I'm so confused.
Well, if you think that's bad, before we get to Caesar, like before we meet Caesar, it's like the scene that happens before Black Chick bashes him in the head.
I thought
They
that was
do
hilarious.
a horrible job dubbing over the voices when she's on the laptop.
Really?
Like when they do the zoom in thing before like when they're doing the overhead cam of her on the computer before it goes into the computer view, she's talking but her lips aren't moving.
Really? Because that happened, we know when they first see the kids in the beginning, and like the one guy's ripping
that
up the
happens-
rig,
that happens again, too.
and he's like ripping up the tattoo. Her voice did not match what she was saying.
Yeah,
And
no,
maybe
her
it did,
mouth
but it
opened
didn't
before
seem
anything
like
came
it.
out and then closed before it was finished.
Yeah, it was just this movie's
she
so.
said.
We can make sex jokes too. Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, take that, writers.
Four retards. Jesus Christ, 3 retards can do a better job than you.
Yeah, so this movie looks a lot like a cheap
I can
Big
find
Bang.
Yeah, but there's
easily.
we just invite another person to the call. We're rewriting a movie.
But yeah, what else do you to talk about? Because I would talk about anything else, but I honestly just do not have anything else to
Like,
say about this movie.
The fact that the kids, you know, the whole crux of this movie disappear for 15 to 20 minutes.
All right, so those two scenes about the
I forgot
kids.
they existed.
Okay, no, there is a character in this that does actually vanish at one point and never comes back, and I'll save it for the end. Because it really fucking annoyed me. Because they just introduce it, comes back for a couple of jokes, and then fucks off forever and never comes back.
Yeah, no,
But it's a character where they could have just not have introduced at all. And it's not even a character, but I'll save it for later. So this movie looks like a cheap fucking Little Big Bang Theory. Like the cameras they use were even worse than that. Like this looks so bad.
Well, no, it's funny because you mentioned that, because the first thing I literally wrote down about this movie is how at some points it shows a character holding a camera, and then when it cuts to them, they're not holding a camera.
Yeah.
I mean, why? I mean, they're just gonna be lazy anyways. We all knew that when we started watching this movie.
Exactly.
But
So let's
I'm just looking for
let's talk about how
yes.
You know when Mama is about to take the kids, right?
There is a hanging rat in there. What the
They're
fuck?
scaring the family, and then she does that fucking robot dance.
Oh yeah. That's why I first realized it was a guy. I was like, what the fuck?
Let's compare that back to Scary Movie 3.
Yeah.
So the final battle is actually pretty goofy because they do something similar, but it actually works because the ghost in this is a child. And in that scene, they do the thing where she's standing behind Anna Faris's character, and every time she looks at the direction, she follows her, right?
Yeah.
And then they trick her out, and then she gets clocked in the face. But that's actually funny.
Because I remember, I was thinking about in Scary Movie 3 when Samara is gonna come through the TV, and she gets that.
Up my carpet.
Gets pulled out of the TV, just starts getting beaten up.
Oh, I
That's
love that.
funny.
She's.
That's funny.
All right. I got the clip. It is a cat. It's an orange cat.
There it is.
It is an orange cat.
It's an orange cat. But there's a wide shot of a mouse, a raccoon, and a fucking fox also hanging. There's like 4 other animals too. So
I didn't see the
you're
other
not
animals.
wrong. You're not
But
wrong.
then again, I didn't realize until after Mama does the robot that I had the screen double tapped in, so it cut off like most of the screen.
Oh shit.
So that's probably why.
It's like, oh shit, I gotta rewatch the full movie now. I've only been watching 3/3 of it.
No, God, no. I would rather watch a food fight for a weekend.
No, dude. If that's
Stop
the
watching
next
this
one
movie
we have to
again.
watch, I'm just gonna give up. There's no way
I hope.
our brains
I
can
really
take that
hope that
movie.
the next movie we watch is Food Fight, and we're reviewing it on my birthday.
That'd be kind of cool.
So I guess that's probably the perfect time.
Not yet.
Wheel of
because we still
Names
have
it is,
so
bitch.
much
There's
fucking
still
to
more to
about.
talk about, I guess. Like, okay, I'm
We
gonna
have
list.
a lot still to talk about.
I'm just gonna shoot out
Well,
what I
you
have.
made that wish. I guess. Do you want the Wheel of Names right now, and then we
wait.
can go back to talking about this piece
Sure.
of shit?
Let's
Let me just
spin
bring it
the
up.
wheel of misfortune and.
All right. Wheel of Names.
I
Wheel
got
of
it.
Names.
Come on,
is it
Food
gonna
Oh
be?
yeah.
Come on,
Also,
Food
from
Fight.
last time, I changed it to 30 seconds just to make the intuition more unbearable.
I hate
Oh
you.
man.
Come on, Food Fight. Come on, Food
is
Fight. Please don't
It's
be
food
upset.
fight. I'm gonna laugh, but I
Come
don't
on,
think it's
food
gonna be
fight.
food fight.
There's like 100 of these fucking things. What is that? What is that? No, what is that?
Wait. Yeah!
No. Is that the Flintstones? Is that
Oh no way!
Let's go!
I actually don't hate that movie. Thank God. Thank you, Heaven.
You know
oh my
what's
God.
funny? They have a character in that movie that is literally called Rock Vegas.
Is that not Alan Cummings' other character?
Yep. You have the midget and then the really tall guy. And the really tall buff guy is called Rock Vegas.
Jesus. Man. I'm actually okay.
So let's compare the final battles in this movie, Scary Movie 3 compared to this, right? So
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3, we've been following Sydney Campbell while she's trying to solve this whole mystery behind what's her name? Because it's not Samara, it starts with an L in this movie.
Laura?
Lily?
Lily?
No. Fuck, what is
I
it?
don't know.
So anyways, she's going through these mysteries, the whole mystery to solve, like, hey, what's going on before her 7 days are up, right? And, So it finally comes down to it. Turns out the farmhouse that the aliens are going to attack is the same farmhouse that she was drowned at, right?
Yeah.
So Tabitha, that's her name, Tabitha. So while they're doing this, her 7 days are up, right? So it turns into a final fight between Sydney and Tabitha to try to save her life and Cody's life. In the process, hijinks, ensue. Like she grabs at one point a sledgehammer, and it flings off and hits Cody in the skull. One of the funniest running jokes in the whole movie is just everybody injuring this poor child.
Yeah, like he gets abused in those movies.
Yeah, he gets hit by a car twice.
Yeah, because she keeps forgetting about him.
Jen, can you just put in a small clip of the swing away scene, please, where he gets the shit kicked out of him by a fucking baseball bat?
Yeah.
George, swing away, George. I'm coming, Cody. I'll save you. Die! Die! You damn aliens! Let him go! You're not getting in here! What else George, you got? Bring it! There! Had enough? Forget it, Cody. Thank me later.
So that reminds me.
anyways,
There's on the DVD, the main intro to like select everything is that kid getting hit by a car. And there was one time when I got the movie and I left it playing all fucking night. And this was like on a DVD player, right? So it didn't turn off automatically. So when I woke up the next morning,
Sydney, wait!
It was fucking just playing. Cindy! Boom! Cindy! Boom! It's like, oh my god, how did I leave this on? Blasting
really
all night.
If you rewatch that clip in the actual movie, you can see the fake dummy that they have rigged up to stand back up.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad asked me the next day, what the fuck were you watching? I'm like, Dad, I don't know.
It would have been less embarrassing if he walked in on you watching porn.
You know what? That'd be less embarrassing.
No, it would have been more embarrassing if he walked in on you watching Scary Movie 5.
Yeah. Like, son,
so,
we need to
anyway, so...
I said less, right? Not more.
I don't know what you said. So anyways, hijinks ensue. Tabitha gets a chainsaw and cuts a beam and it lands on her head. That's kind of funny. And then the whole crux of the movie is the fact that Tabitha never had a family that loved her. They were drowned, right? So they actually have an emotional climax in a way, where George's character realizes that he can actually be a good father, or a great parent to Cody, if he were to try. He's not good at everything else, but he knows he can do this, right? So they try winning over her heart emotionally, right? By using all the lessons they've learned up from the whole movie. And then she fucks with them, saying, hi, I'm lying, I'm gonna kill you. And then Leslie Nielsen does the airplane skit where he says, we're all counting on you, good luck. She falls in the well. Movie over, right? That's the end of the climax. Yeah. Scary Movie 5, they act like Jodie had a character arc when she didn't. The whole movie is her not wanting to have kids. Like, she pisses on an iPhone to take a pregnancy test.
Oh man, that was so fucking weird. That's the first thing you want to introduce your main character.
That was weird.
Like, that's the first time you see her in the film, and she puts piss on her face. You're like, God, fuck. Yeah. You have no respect for the main character? Come on.
They try acting like she had a character arc about how she now loves these kids, when she spent the combined time it takes to warm up a Hot Pocket in the microwave.
See, in a good parody movie, that would have been nice. But in a bad one, it doesn't fit. I think you could flip on a dime in a parody movie. Be like, oh, no, I like them. But it has to make sense, and it has to be, like, accurate with their character. Like, if that character constantly flips on a dime, then it makes sense. But if it just happens till the end one time, it's kind of annoying. Especially when it's never really set up that she ever liked the kids. In fact, in anything, she always hated the kids with the entire thing. She always wanted to leave. She never wanted to be around them. And when she was kind of rude to them because they were rude to her. I don't know. It's just like... Also, at the very end of the movie, when you see them all standing on the mountain, right? Who's missing in that scene? Yeah. Who's missing in that... Out of the entire family...
Dan.
Out of the entire family, who's missing when they're on the mountain? And this really...
The one person that actually wanted a family, and it's Dan, because you knocked the fuck out again.
Well, it's not a person, actually. So they introduce a
Or was it
dog.
the baby?
They introduce a dog. Maybe like 11.
yeah.
Yeah, and the dog, he comes back for maybe 5 clips, and then just
He gets his toothbrush shoved up his
vanishes.
ass.
Once the Inception scene happens, the dog never comes back. The dog fucking vanishes. I'm like, what? Okay, I had to rewatch the film. I'm like, what happened to the dog? What the? Did I miss it? Did the dog die? The dog
Some people
So,
say.
I think the dog.
He's still in the Inception.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Also,
is
I
the
wrote
dog-
down the Inception parody went on for way too fucking long.
Yeah, so.
Let's compare it to another skit. All right.
Yeah.
Let's compare it to when Sydney goes to visit Aunt Shaniqua to learn more about the videotape, right? You know, the Oracle.
Yeah.
It's parodying The Matrix. But
Yeah,
it
when they
doesn't
walk
last
in
that
that room.
long. It gets its jokes out of the way. It sets up some other jokes. Like, you learn instantly that she's a chain smoker when she has a drawer full of cigarettes like that are used. So when they find the lighthouse, she immediately says it's a giant cigarette. It's funny because, you know, she's a chain smoker. That's what she would see.
Yeah.
They get all the information they need out of the way. They make funny jokes about how she can see the future. And then a small fist fight ensues with the lady from the TV, which is fucking hilarious. And that's it. That's all I needed from that skit.
Oh yeah, doesn't that start
Here's
with
some
the fly
information.
being on her face and then like she hits it and she reacts to it on the TV? She's like, bitch, and they start like fighting.
Because they take the fly off of her nose and it flies back, so she swats it, and then
Yeah.
the person comes to life, right? So they have a scuffle. She pushes her, and then she spits on her, and they kick the shit out of her.
Yeah, it's just like, I like that movie. I think that movie is really good. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like Citizen Kane good, but I'd say for a parody movie, it's pretty good. It's really good for a parody
It's
movie.
great. Can you please, if I haven't already mentioned this, can you please put in the clip where they talk about going to bed dead and waking up alive?
Sorry, what? I didn't hear you. Sorry, I was paying attention to something.
I said if I haven't already mentioned this yet and you haven't already put it in, can you please put in the skit where Kevin Hart and the guy from Kangaroo Jack talk about waking up dead or going to bed dead and waking up alive?
Wait up, man. I heard Jamal from 90th Street. He watched that tape last week. And this morning he woke up dead.
How the hell do you wake up dead?
Because you're alive when you go to sleep.
Wait, just tell me you can
So you
help
telling me that you can go to bed dead and wake up alive?
You can't go to bed dead, man. That shit would be redundant.
Just tell me
No,
who.
it wouldn't. Because you can go to bed and not be dead, and you can die but not be in the bed.
But you are in the bed, man. That's how you wake up dead in the first place, fool.
Damn! That's some quantum shit right there, man.
Talking about
Wait.
And then the one talking about if a rat goes into a house, is it a mouse? And if a mouse leaves a house, is it a rat?
Yeah, this is the third one.
My aunt Shaniqua used to live over there, man. But that bitch got evicted, though.
Word?
Yeah, this is.
What for?
Mice?
Mice? I thought she had rats.
No, nigga, rats are outside. Mice are inside.
Yo, but what if a mouse goes outside? Does it become a rat? And if a rat is in the house, is it a mouse?
I ain't never seen no mouse outside. That's what I'm saying.
That's because it's a rat, fool.
Hey. Yo, you might have just made a fact just now. That's some real shit.
Okay, again, thank you for bringing that up. The actors from the third one are so much better. Like the two
Yeah, they have
goofballs,
charisma.
Kevin Hart and I forgot the other guy's name. His buddy, the big guy.
I just call him guy from Kangaroo Jack.
They're fucking great. There's so much like. Where did they? I guess maybe they couldn't be here for the movie. Maybe they didn't.
Well, because they show up in the fourth one as a fun fun throwaway gag where they kind of make fun of Brokeback Mountain and they imply that they had sex with each other.
Yeah,
and by
grabbing
implied,
nuts.
I mean
I'm
they
just
very
grabbing
obviously
nuts,
had
man.
sex with each other.
But dude, like those act like the first ones are just so much better. Like I think I said that like 58 times already, but this movie, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They had new actors who didn't even do the same shit that the other ones did in the previous films. Like they were just listing shit. This is exactly like Disaster Movie. They were just listing shit off and they're like, film it. Doesn't matter if it connects, just film it. Like,
I'm gonna rehash a joke that I've already used. Yeah. I'm gonna rehash a joke I used in the Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna reuse one as well.
This is Scary Movie, paint by the numbers, but paint by the numbers done by a kid with no arms. That's this movie.
Did he use his?
That is what this movie is.
Did he use his tongue or feet to draw it? I don't know.
Also, speaking of draw by the numbers, this one might happen. You might have to edit a little bit for this. But there's a scene where in Scary Movie 3 where we meet George and they talk about going to the rap club. He closes the door, leaving in the classroom, and the kid hawks a pack of crayons around him. Can you please edit Scary Movie 3 on Anna Faris's face and Scary Movie 1 on Brenda's face? And then the crayons that are being tossed just be Scary Movie 5. Being thrown across the room. That might be a little hard because you do have to track it frame by frame.
I'm gonna have to.
But you're a wizard. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
I just feel like that'd be a really funny gag.
I'll try my best. See what we can do.
Through that.
That'd be hilarious.
So, you're here to pick up your
nephew, Cody.
Well, come, will you shut your ass up?
Okay then. Fresh. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Okay, bye.
Peace out.
Now who the fuck did that?
I was thinking about that last night in the car. I'm like, I feel like that would be friggin' hilarious.
So I'm gonna list off the things I liked about the movie. 3
my
seconds.
God, we've been shitting on this movie so long. I think this is gonna be our longest episode yet.
Yeah, this is definitely.
We're only now getting to the things we like about
Yeah,
it.
like, dude, like, oh my god. Okay, so the things I liked was the 3 seconds of Charlie Sheen on the phone with his buddies, like, "Hey man, I gotta call you back." That was that got a joke, and that got a laugh out of me. The second one was the stick person and the pizza box, and that was really great. The Evil Dead joke, that was great.
Yeah,
and
that was funny.
That was probably it. I think there was another one that got a joke out of me. But the fucking so we skipped over a massive part about this movie. The pool scene.
Oh yeah.
The pool scene.
The pool scene, yeah. I was waiting for somebody to mention that.
I forgot about the pool scene. So that was the second and last time you see the dog. So so I noticed this happens really
because the dog's
really
getting
quickly.
sucked off.
Yeah, so someone put a fucking vacuum on a dog's dick in this, and why?
Well, Maria fucks a vacuum cleaner too.
She does it twice. She fucks a vacuum, and then she fucks a fucking pool vacuum. Like, I don't get it.
I lost it. I looked like probably a maniac sitting on the side of the road watching this iPad.
Yeah,
when the Henry Hoover hoofed up the chemicals, like it was cocaine, and then vomited.
That was kind of weird, man. That was like, fuck, man. Like, also, I think the scariest part in this movie is actually when you see...
Was when it started.
No, definitely.
When you saw the fact that Scary Movie 5 popped up and you realized, oh shit, I have to watch this now.
The scariest part about this movie was the pool vacuum walking around with the camera. Because that actually felt... that felt kind of suspenseful. Like, the lady was like, oh my god, Satan! And she ran off. I'm like, okay, that's kind of like... I felt something now.
But nothing happens with that clip. And that's the major issue with this movie. They throw it... It's like modern day Family Guy, where they throw in cutaway gags and jokes that lead to nothing and has nothing with the plot.
Yeah.
For example, with Scary Movie 3, right? With Scary Movie 3, they have that joke.
This again?
Fuck. What was it? Fuck. It'll come to me. I don't think I have it written down. Come on. It'll come to me. Oh my god, my brain just stopped working. Oh man.
What were we even talking about? This movie? Oh man.
Fuck. We were talking about cutaway gags, and now it's like Modern Family Guy.
Oh, in Scary Movie 3, cutaway gags. Yeah, I got nothing.
Those are funny because they actually have meaning. But there was one specific example that I had, and I forget what it was. Shit, what was it? Oh yeah. So. They're at Brenda's funeral, and you know how in the remake of The Ring, she's looking through those pictures and it has the guy with the swirly face?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that joke, but it's an actual guy with a swirly face. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's a funny cutaway gag because it's a part of the movie, right?
That was pretty good.
In this movie, there's a Honey Boo Boo joke for no reason.
Oh, yeah, and it happens at the weirdest part, too. It happens when they're at the cabin. They're at the cabin, and this happens. Like... What was the point?
It's just a dream, and then it cuts back to them having sex after.
Now, I forgot the name of the movie they were parodying now, but it was based off the fucking...
Black Swan.
No, the haunted videotape movie with the family and with the family being hanged in the back. This came out a while ago. But because he walks in the room, there's a box, and then something pops out of the box. That was the exact same scene, but instead of a fucking monster, it was Honey Boo Boo, which by the way is such an old fucking reference now. I'm surprised I even knew what the fuck that
one
was.
dates the movie. Honey Boo Boo hasn't been a joke since South Park made fun of her.
Yeah, it was
and
just
Lowering the Bar, which is
like,
a great movie.
It looked like a cool shot, but it came out of nowhere. Like it was so useless. If that shot made more sense in the scene, yeah, I would have liked it. But it just came out of nowhere. Like
It came out of nowhere, and it was a dream. He wakes up and then nothing happens over there.
Yeah. Oh, the scene when he's getting beaten up by the kitchen, I thought that was kind of funny. The fucking like the oven door caused slamming him on the ground. I'm like, okay, that's...
call the sidekick.
Yeah. That was kind of clever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna use that word. None of this is clever. It's all just lazy shit.
None of this
but
is clever. None of this is
I don't
clever.
know. Like I want to like this movie so much, but I just can't. I can't like this movie. It's just not good.
It isn't.
Like, I'm gonna cry. No, like it's just.
Sorry.
So what else?
I'm listening. I'm trying to find that movie that you referenced.
Yeah, it's the guy has glasses. He finds a
and
box
he finds
of like
the video
films
stuff in the attic.
In the
and
attic.
The kids kill their family.
Yeah.
Sinister.
That was a good movie.
Great
It kind of just
movie.
ends out of nowhere, but it's a good movie. But like, if you didn't see that movie, you'd have no idea what the fuck it's referencing. I only knew that because I saw that movie once, like fucking 10 years ago. I don't even understand.
And it's a great movie because it's memorable because of actually how scary it is.
It's kind of creepy. It's really fucking gross. Like that movie, it's good. It's a good movie.
Like the killer in that is a scare. Like even if you haven't seen the movie but you've seen a poster, that's the face is going to be stuck in your mind.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Jackson,
haunted
what's
monster.
what you liked about this movie, Mr. I have nothing to talk about this movie for.
There's nothing to talk about.
At this point, he's just hoping for us to shut up.
I feel like we're just dragging a corpse through a field.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
I just don't want to miss anything. I want to get us
before we finish it off.
All out the door.
Because I still have 2 more things to talk about. So if you can put in the GIF of the guy from Kangaroo Jack cocking his shovel again while I go into this.
Wait, Kangaroo Jack? Oh. I was gonna say the movie Kangaroo Jack.
There's a few things that I liked about this movie.
Yeah.
Follow me.
The opening skit with Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan, and them making jokes about how his porn collection is
Why do you have so
about
many
like
cameras
his
in
movie
here?
collection.
Well, I gotta protect my porn collection.
That was pretty funny.
That was yeah, that was out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere, but it was funny. And then the best part of the movie being Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller.
Yeah, so like
it's funny because it's like, you know, these kids are worth a lot of money. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna buy a yacht. We're gonna have bitches. We're gonna have booze, and I'm gonna buy a shark.
Yeah. And then at first you don't know, but the shark's gonna actually come back into play at some point.
They come back they're the heroes of the movie.
Yeah.
Because when Mama falls off the cliff, they land in the pool. She does a scare. And then the shark eats her, and Snoop goes, "See, this is why you buy a shark."
Yeah, but it was so out of nowhere. It happened so quickly.
But it's worth it because it's actually a funny payoff.
It was a good payoff, but it's just if you forgot about that scene earlier in the movie, then that won't make sense to you. Because like the first time I saw it, oh, they're referencing the beginning. But that's only because I was paying attention, and most people won't be paying attention to this movie. They'll be like, whatever, I'm done with it. So when they make it back to the end of the film, they'll be like, oh, it's Snoop Dogg again. Oh, it's Mac Miller. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
but when you see Snoop and Mac, you're going to be paying attention because they're the best part of this movie.
But it was that clip that made me go, why didn't you just make the whole movie about Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller? Like, they would have been so much better.
Why couldn't it just been a movie on them with the shark on a yacht?
Yeah.
Turn it into a shark movie.
No, just well, I mean, actually, that does just pick a fucking Scary Movie 6 parody of Jaws. That'd be kind of funny. But
just basically any movie Asylum has
like
done
instead of bringing in those two just replace the two main characters with Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller, and you probably have a lot better movie. Like,
well, we can't do that now because, you know, R.I.P. Mac Miller, but...
Yeah. I have a friend of mine, he's a big fan of him.
Yeah. I unfortunately didn't get into his stuff until after he passed away.
Neither did I, but my buddy,
But
he
then
ran me
again,
through
I
that.
was also going through my country music phase during that time.
Country music phase.
So
Ew.
yeah, you indeed.
Gonna ride
Ew,
this
I am
train
ashamed of
all night long. What? That's not country. What is that again? I don't even know.
Also, I looked it up last night because I was curious. I'm not looking forward to doing Race 3, Jaden.
I don't even tell me. I don't.
It is a 3-hour-long movie.
I have no idea what Race 3 is. I was just like, yeah, let's do Race 3, yeah.
Neither do I, but I got curious because I was listening to our podcast last night and we did that joke spin and it landed on Race 3, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna look this up. It's almost 3 hours long.
Yeah. Oof.
I don't want that. I don't want to watch that.
And it came out in 2018, so it is a fairly new movie and it's almost 3 hours long.
You want to know how long this movie is? This one is?
This movie?
Isn't
it like an hour and 23 minutes or some shit like that?
Scary Movie
29
5
minutes?
is an hour and 28 minutes and 7 seconds.
That was close.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes of that, as we mentioned earlier, is end credits, so it's barely even a feature-length film, but it fucking drags.
The first 5 minutes is Charlie Sheen. The next 5 minutes is Snoop Dogg. So,
Mac Miller.
pretty much...
There's only 10 minutes of an actual good movie.
It's...
I cried when, for a solid 30 seconds, they were just unloading guns.
That was kind of funny, but again, it's ruined because it's in a shit movie. I think again,
if this was in any other movie, it would have been pretty funny.
I hate.
Though it is in this movie, it's still pretty fucking funny.
I absolutely hate good jokes in bad movies because it makes you sad because you're like the potential was there. It could have been funny.
Not even that. I don't want to have to say I laughed at this movie.
Yeah. Also, the scene when though in the hospital or the child place, wherever this is, and the one guy's like, "You ready to see the kids?" Like, yes, and he brings up the curtains, and there's like two nuns
and it's
showering.
just two naked girls fucking showering.
All right, so we're probably coming to the end here, so I'm just gonna bring this up. The gag reel or the bloopers for the end credit scenes, for the credits. Well, so fucking funny. That was a movie right there. Like all the bloopers, oh my god, the clips they kept in are so shit compared to what they put in at the very end for the credits.
And it's funny because I watched the behind the scenes on Scary Movie 3.
Yeah.
And they had a clip where George turns into the Incredible Hulk and shoves an alien up his ass.
Why?
They knew when a joke was stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. I would like to see that. I want to go look that up on YouTube now.
You can look it up. It's on YouTube. Also, I'm going to share my screen here for a minute.
Alright.
Because, I want to entire screen, please. Share. I am currently sharing my screen,
Yep.
Jaden. Let me know when you clicked on it. You're going to watch the only funny skit in this whole movie. Just to save Jaden from editing.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
What's happening? What the fuck?
I love the frame rate on this.
Yeah, hey, at least we won't be getting copyrighted.
Hey, we could. Hey, I guess the best thing we could do is we could just make this a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
We could. Alright,
Yeah.
ending that.
Yeah.
I fucking love the just uncloading. And then that leads into the clip that we showed earlier where they're just dropping guns and picking more up. And, they had the infinite gun cheat from GTA.
The infinite gun cheat. Dude, that was so... The guns they pulled out, you see a Desert Eagle, you see a revolver, you see a fucking handgun with a fucking silencer on it. It's what are these weapons? What the fuck? I think that's it. Is that it for this movie?
I have a question. So why does this have to be a Paranormal Activity 30?
Because
that was what was popular.
That was very popular.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It hasn't been popular since the second movie came out in 2009. And they're parodying the third one that came out. And that movie sucked. So you're already parodying a movie that people didn't like.
Well,
also, I forgot, there was a 50 Shades of Grey skit in this movie.
Yes.
And Mike Tyson comes out and knocks the guy the fuck out.
Alright, that really pissed me off because Mike Tyson is on the cover of the fucking movie and he only shows up for that scene. And guess what? That's not even the original scene. That's like a fucking added scene. So if you watch the bloopers at the end, that scene was supposed to be completely different. Completely different. She was there over the swan shit. She wasn't there because it was a dream. It's so stupid. Mike Tyson's only on the cover because they added a fucking 15-second clip of him punching this guy. It's just like...
It was pretty funny, though.
Like, that
Not
scene
as
was
funny
really
as in The
changed.
Hangover, but it was still pretty funny.
Yeah. No, The Hangover was fucking masterpiece. Just the first one. I love the first one.
The second one was pretty good, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sequel, though. I mean, it was... If you like the first
You
one...
don't like the cigarette-smoking, drug-dealing monkey?
No, that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But, man, it didn't have to be a sequel. That's all. We didn't need a sequel. I thought the first one was great enough on its own. But,
So I wrote the Evil Dead skit just makes me want to watch that instead, but the fact that they're doing Bible study was funny.
Yeah. Man, I love that scene. That scene was so fun. Okay, so
we basically ran through every single note that I have.
So there's two more scenes that we haven't talked about, and that's the...
Hey, what are you doing? That's my birth tuba. Put it down.
Okay.
Stupidest fucking joke.
Oh, man. That was really dumb. I gotta say, though, how it opened with, like, the kid being, like, getting their head chopped off, like, the doll getting their head chopped off. She's like, oh, I didn't know you were a good builder. And they're like, shing, psh, and, like, the head pops off. I thought that was more... I thought that was... Yeah, the guillotine. I thought that was a more scary movie than anything else in this movie. And that was only, like, 3 seconds. That was only, like, 3 seconds. Well, no, it was weird.
The pool party scene is the most scary movie theme to come out of this movie.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But like, I mean, like it seemed like something you would have seen in the original ones. It was just a quick little joke, no more paying attention to it. I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, and then it moves on.
And it moves on really quick to the fucking tuba, and it's like, okay, now we ruined this joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, there were all more things. There's the fucking... Okay, so let's talk about the, when she walks into the room with the kids, and they're playing with the ghost. And they're like, don't go in that room. And she's like, I'll go in the room. You don't fucking make me go in the room.
Yeah, and it's just Maria shitting
Taking
on the toilet.
a big-ass shit. A monster shit. But here's the thing. She goes to open the door. There's no lights on in there. She opens the door. There's like a fucking light on. There's so many lights on. It's like fully lit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? You couldn't have just like peeked in? Just like...
Exactly.
I don't know. And then, okay, so there's the psychic scene, and then there's also the,
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, Kay Williams, best part of this movie.
Yeah, he was pretty great.
Right up there along with Batman and Tupac.
I thought he was funny once he puts on the gas mask.
Hey,
like,
Maria, how's your sister? She's dead. That explains why I've been not getting my phone calls back.
Yeah. Like, he puts the gas mask on, I was like, shit, I almost died. It's like... Yeah.
Listen, I gotta take some of your stuff to calculate the spiritual energy.
I'll send my cousin over tomorrow. He'll be in a white van. Don't worry. It's like,
I got all those computer monitors. I can't carry them out, but I'll get my cousin.
It's like that's kind of great. That's kind of funny.
And that's scary movie. Like that is what scary movies should be. It's skits like that where so many jokes are coming out while the scene's moving on.
It's just
you're laughing.
And then
that's the closest you get.
So there's that scene, and he's like, "Oh, it's a demon," and he starts getting choked. "Oh, I was wrong. It's a ghost. It's evil." And he gets like starts getting pulled out.
On the hallway.
But and then there's another scene that we forgot to talk about, but I just forgot what the fuck the scene was, so I think we'll probably just skip it.
Yeah, probably gonna. I think we've hit every single major joke in this movie.
Oh wait, no, there is
one more comparison that I would like to make to Scary Movie 3.
Is
the magnum opus of these movies.
Yeah. Oh no,
that is with the running. That is with the running gags. So, like we mentioned, throughout that movie, Cody is repeatedly beaten. Like, there's a scene. I'm pretty sure you can find GIFs for it, and you can put them around the screen while I talk. There's a scene where he gets launched out a window by a fan.
Yeah.
He gets hit in the head by a piece of a sledgehammer that flies off. He gets hit by a car twice. It turns out when he was born, his penis was sewn on upside down.
Oh yeah, because she was drunk and she cut it off.
Because the mom was pissed drunk on St. Patrick's Day. I
forgot about that. Man.
And that's the funny funny because then that leads to a really funny joke. She goes, "That's on the list of things to fix." Right after we get TiVo.
Jesus.
That's a funny joke, and then you immediately move on.
Yeah.
So like, and like, that's the joke for the whole movie. Is him just getting the shit kicked out of him and walking off fine. But the running jokes in these movies, they suck.
And see, here's the thing.
You have monkeys throwing shit.
Yeah.
You have Dan always getting knocked out and having a head injury.
Always. That happens a lot in this movie.
And that's it. That's it. Also,
and I guess if you want to add...
The main crux of this movie...
Yeah.
The main crux of this movie, beside the paranormal activity stuff...
Is the mama stuff.
Is the mama stuff, but also the Black Swan parody.
Yeah, so...
That does not... And the only reason it started was so she can connect with the kids. But it's not like the kids are coming to the practice or anything to watch it.
Oh, no. Why would you bring that up?
It has no connection with the movie itself other than to say, hey, look, we're parodying a funny movie with Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman, who is a goddess. I love Natalie Portman.
Have we even talked about the Swan shit yet? There's so much of it. I don't even want to... It's all just
honestly,
nonsense.
There's no point of talking about it because there's no point to talk about it.
We
talked about the ending.
There's the
but
scene
like, let's look at again, Scary Movie 3, where it has the two main plots: the aliens and the ring. Both are intertwined with each other because it turns out the aliens are only coming to Earth to kill Tabitha because they accidentally caught the video, and their whole race is in danger because they thought it was a porno. Like, at least they have the stories intertwined with each other. In this movie, it's like
regardless how dumb it is, they had a reason to be in the film. There was a reason to be there. Well, when it came to this one,
for like 10 minutes, not even.
Like if Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller never found the cabin, this entire movie would have never happened.
Yeah, exactly. If Mac Miller and Snoop Dogg weren't chased by a fucking drone when they stole a giant joint from those people, this movie wouldn't have happened.
Which, by the way, but
at least
when you bring up running gags, that pissed me off. Why didn't they bring the giant joint into the house?
Well,
they could have kept that. They could have
kept
that.
Making the joke about, oh, I've seen this in a movie before. You know, the one in the cabin in the woods. They laid it behind the tree.
Yeah. Well, they just dropped it. They didn't even go back for it.
Well, we never saw the ending of that scene. We just immediately cut to Jodie pissing on her iPhone.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck, man, this movie.
So the one thing we haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah.
Does this movie deserve its place on this list?
Hell,
and I know that's normally your
yes.
line, Jackson, but I'm taking it this
Yes, it does.
That's
it
fine.
does 1,000 times over. I hate this movie.
Yeah, I'd say it probably deserves to be on.
But the real question is...
I need to know what position it's at, though.
This falls in the top 3, but I don't know where.
Top 3. Also,
Yeah.
I have to make a quick correction from the last review that we did.
Yes.
I meant to say Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas. I accidentally said Kurt Cobain.
Who cares? Does it matter? Really? Like, who cares? Is any fan gonna be like, how dare you not mention my favorite film the way it is?
Any fans of these movies, I don't think they're gonna care very much. All 10 of them.
Oh man, if there are any fans of these movies, please don't come at us. We don't hate these movies just because they're bad.
Have 0 ratings.
We hate these movies because we wanted them to be better.
I honestly don't know.
So Scary Movie 5 is currently sitting at 64 on this list.
No.
Does it deserve to be closer to 1 or closer to 100?
Wait, where
Or
was
is it finally
Hercules?
sit?
Out of the 4 movies you've done so far, Hercules in New York is the best. Then I think coming in at second, third is maybe Dragon Ball, maybe? And then it's Scary Movie 5 and then Disaster Movie.
I 100% agree with you.
That's probably it. But I really hate Dragon Ball Evolution, so I don't know. I'm kind of biased,
But at
but
least
I think
Dragon
that's probably
Ball Evolution
the list.
is actually watchable. Like, you can laugh at the fact that
Dragon Ball
Goku is a pervert looking at Chi-Chi while she sexually eats strawberries in the middle of class. And how
Dragon
everybody
Ball
looks 25.
Evolution isn't a bad movie. It's just the worst Dragon Ball media ever.
Exactly.
And that's saying something, because Dragon Ball happens to be really good.
I disagree. I think Dragon Ball is a hunk of shit. Come at me, Dragon Ball fanboys!
Oh, you don't mean I'm going to defend them right now? Let's fucking go through the entire history of fucking Dragon Ball.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
If I were to make a list, Hercules in New York is the best, Dragon Ball Evolution, and then this movie, and then Disaster Movie.
Yeah, I'd say that's my list too.
But I am gonna say I think Hercules in New York is in run for its money when it comes to the next one we're gonna be watching.
What are we watching again? Oh yeah,
Flintstones
Viva
in
Rock
La
Vegas.
Vegas or Rock Vegas. I think
We've been recording for like what 2 hours.
it's
now?
almost been
Yeah.
2 hours. This is definitely the longest episode
This is
by far.
definitely the longest one, but it's
And
because
there's
this movie has the
still
most-
more things to talk
This is
about.
one of the shorter movies we're going to talk about, and for some reason, it's going to be one of the longer.
Wait,
videos.
is this movie shorter or longer than Disaster Movie?
Shorter.
It's shorter.
Is it? No way.
Disaster
Wait,
It's
I
just a
gotta
couple
go
minutes.
find the DVD. One sec.
I'm looking on the IMDb page right now. So Disaster Movie currently sits at continue the site. Fuck off. 127 minutes.
Wait, what?
And what does
I couldn't
this movie
find
sit
it.
at? So 127 minutes for. Oh no! Disaster Movie is a minute shorter.
Whoa,
Oh, it is?
that's surprising.
Yeah, the Scary Movie Club is an hour 28.
Yeah, that is surprising. And you know what? I
But
think
if you were to compare
And
it
yet
to
somehow both films feel like they're 5 hours long.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing though, because if you were to compare them by the actual movie wise, Scary Movie 5 is shorter because you have like 10-15 minutes of just credits.
Yeah. You know,
So technically, it is the shorter movie, even though it's a minute longer.
yeah, because the credits for this one is really long, and that's because of all the B-roll they add in, like all the gag reels. And again, if you
Well,
like,
that's because they knew nobody was gonna buy the DVD, so they had to put it all in the
if
credits.
you love
Masters
the
of the
first,
Skies does the exact same thing.
no, if you love the first 4 scary movies and you want to watch this one because you're a fan, skip the entire movie and just watch the credit scenes.
Don't
Because
even watch the movie; just look it up on YouTube.
again,
Look up clips on YouTube.
the bloopers are actually funny because the actors can't contain themselves. You
Well, and
actually
here's
get
the
to
thing,
see
you know
them be them.
A movie
That's
is
great.
bad when they don't save the gag reel for the DVD release.
Yeah.
Because Masters of the Skies does this too, where they put all their bloopers at the end of the movie because they know nobody's gonna buy this on DVD.
Fuck.
And I have a vendetta to pick with Masters of the Skies because my best buddy and me I work at with work have had a 5.5 year long rivalry over this movie because he thinks that Masters of the Skies is the greatest comedy to ever exist.
What is
I want
that
to point out,
movie?
Masters of the Skies has a main character named Pistachio Disguisey.
What movie is that?
Masters of the Skies with Dana Carvey.
No, no idea.
That's also on this list, Jada.
It is.
Well,
And you know what's funny? Because
one day I'll know.
Masters of the Skies is rated worse than Scary Movie 5. It's rated at
Oh.
62, while Scary Movie 5 is 63.
Yeah.
But all right, though. I think that's good
Yeah.
enough for this
I think we
episode.
should.
Can I
of
just throw in one last thing though?
Yeah, of course.
There's
Jim.
one
You
joke.
are ahead, Macho.
There's a joke from Scary Movie 4 that I thought worked really well, and that was the fake Morgan Freeman voice. And for
Yeah.
some reason, they had the great idea to reuse the exact same joke in this one. Why do they have to use Morgan Freeman twice?
Because they're an original.
At this point, it felt like it was just played out, but I guess we're just leaving on that.
You could say that about parody movies in general. Like, the last good parody movie that came out, and this can be argued, I 100% agree that you can argue this, is the Hangover games. I think, and that is on this list, and I don't think it deserves to be, but we'll talk about that movie when we get there eventually. That movie is a good parody movie because it's parodying one genre with a bunch of different characters in it. But it sticks to what it is. It's a parody of the Hangover guys within the Hunger Games world.
Okay. So I haven't
And
seen
the jokes
that
are
movie.
good. That's funny.
So
and that's a good example of a parody movie, and that's the last good parody movie that's come out.
yeah, that okay. When I saw that, I didn't see the film, but I saw the trailer, and that was when I went, I'm done with these, because the trailer for that was so bad.
Well, the trailer for the movie itself is horrendous, but the movie
Yeah.
itself is actually pretty funny.
Because I'm pretty sure the fucking
Spartans?
Yeah, that's on here too, and that one's even worse.
Yeah.
I hate that one.
Yeah, it's bad.
That one
we have
bad.
4 different blank movies to go through.
Fuck.
And I'm so happy that we get to use my Shrek opening for every single fucking one of them.
I hope so. It's gonna be good. Like,
but like the thing is, they're not, because they try to throw everything at the wall that sticks, right? But the thing is, they're throwing fucking diarrhea from Taco Bell at the wall, and it's just splattering everywhere. With because they don't have good jokes, they're just trying to, like, haha, you remember this movie that came out? Remember Hairspray? Remember when that movie was big in, like, 2010? Do you remember Zack Snyder's homoerotic Spartan movie that was really popular and lots of slow-mo? Do you remember,
200?
Ben
What
Stiller's
movie?
Meet the Fockers? Like,
no.
But, alright.
That's it.
I don't want to have to talk about that movie until we actually have to talk about it.
Yeah, that's
although,
definitely
James, I
it.
do recommend at some point on your own time, give the Hangover games a watch.
No, I'm
just to do it.
I'm gonna save it.
Not until it comes up
Yeah.
on
I'm gonna save the
anyways,
playable.
because it's a good parody movie, and it's what this movie should have been.
I'm-
It is on Prime. There's one scene that fucking kills me every time. And when it comes around, I guarantee you'll be able to guess what it is.
Oh,
Because
is
it's brutal as fuck.
it when the one kid's hiding? And there's like he uses
So,
dog
the
shit
guy
to
that
like
plays-
blend
the
in.
guy that plays
I know that
Alan-
scene.
So the joke of the whole movie is how it has all these different characters from different movies. Like you got Ted from Ted in there, the blue chick from Avatar. Like it has characters like that. And one of the characters is Carrie, and in this movie he grabs her by the fucking ankles, the guy that plays Alan, and just fucking wails on her, and it's hilarious. It's great.
Wow. All right.
Anyways, we'll save that for when we
Yeah,
come.
I'm gonna
But
save
I
the
do
flavor, and
recommend
I'm
it.
gonna watch it when we have to, because I think that'd be a really good video if I get my reaction fresh. So that's it. I'm sorry, Bad Life Choices. I did not mean for this to go as long as it did. You had nothing from like the first 10 minutes.
Jackson has said nothing this entire review because he had nothing to say.
He's just listening to 2 idiots talk about a movie he doesn't like. So I'm sorry, bro.
It's funny. And I'm really pissed off because at no point during this review did you bring up the fact that I'm a writer and this is how I would change it.
Because I would just not make it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fair. I do. Okay. Since this is at the end of the video, I would absolutely love to film these one day and make parodies about, like, make our own parodies of these movies. I think that'd be, yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Like super low budget.
Basically, what you're saying is that you want to do early 2000s fucking god damn it, what's his name?
Like I want to make a short about Hercules in New York. I want to make a short about Disaster Movie. I want to make a short about fucking Dragon Ball Evolution. And I think they could be really funny if we pick up a camera and film those. They probably won't be good, but there'd be something great. Like, there'd be something funny to start out with.
That's the point. It's supposed to be a joke, right? It's
Yeah.
a joke of the joke.
Like, I would love to film a fucking Hercules in New York.
I would
skit.
be
I think that'd
honored
be
to do
hilarious.
Hercules in New York, where I play Hercules, but instead of a buff guy, he's just a fat idiot.
Can I be the pretzel guy?
You
Oh my
can be
God.
the pretzel guy that snorts crack.
Yeah, I think he toots
And then
something.
Jackson can be the love interest.
But anyways, so I think that's it for this episode.
That is
Yeah,
it.
let's call it. I have to go to sleep because I have another fucking shift tonight, and I'm
Yeah.
tired. Jackson, I know you have stuff to do today.
Yeah, I gotta
thank you
edit this tonight.
for making time for this.
Yeah, really,
Sorry
man.
we
Thank
went
you.
for, like,
It's
the
fine.
length
You could have
of,
checked
the
out
event
like an
and-
hour ago, and like we would have been cool.
What are your final thoughts on this movie, everybody? Let's start with you,
Terrible.
Jackson.
It's just
since you're the
terrible.
partner.
I don't. There's just nothing to talk about. It's a bad movie. That's it.
It's truly is a disaster movie.
Shut the fuck up, Jaden.
That's gonna be our catchphrase from now on. It truly is a disaster.
No.
It truly is.
No, because if you're going to do, you have to work in the whole title. This is truly the Unwatchable Disaster Movie.
No, we haven't made it to that one yet. We haven't made it to that one yet.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten the food fight. You're right.
Yeah, Baby Geniuses. Like, I don't want to watch that.
Not even that. We haven't even gotten the Baby Geniuses too.
Dude, like,
Or Son of the Mask.
Superman, the quest for hope
Since
is on
we
here.
started,
Like,
we haven't.
or the quest for peace. What the fuck is it?
Since we started, we haven't touched anything in the top 10.
Yeah. No.
Well-
other than when we started on a disaster movie. but
Yeah, I
that's
think
it.
that was a
Yeah.
great idea, by the way, to start with the worst,
Start
and
with the
then
first
just
one,
randomly
and go
pick
from there.
everything else.
But all
Well, and, yeah, because if we hadn't done that, then we wouldn't have a basis to sort of compare everything to.
Yeah.
Right? I still think Disaster Movie is the worst movie that we've reviewed so far.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
All right, that's it. You guys gotta go to bed. Anyways,
I can't
everybody.
wait till next week when we get to talk about
Viva Rock Vegas.
Yeah.
Where the casting is
Viva
actually
Las
really, really
Vegas.
done well, and it's better than the original movie.
You know, the first time I saw that movie was on Teletoon at night. Yep.
But see, you know what's funny? Because the live-action Flintstones movies have a special place in my heart. Because growing up, my favorite TV show was The Flintstones, and it's my grandpa's favorite show. Even to this day, he loves it. So while I was growing up, me and him would just watch it all the time, and whenever the movies were on, we would watch them together. Like, these movies have a special place in my heart, and I am not prepared to revisit them for the first time in ages, because I don't want to ruin that memory for myself.
Yeah. Well, Big Sauce, get ready.
Yeah.
Childhood will be destroyed. And I'll make sure of that.
Alrighty, cunts. Let's
Yeah,
let's
guys.
get out of here.
Okay,
You know,
go to
we
bed,
all have
guys.
lives.
Jesus, yeah, you guys gotta fucking do shit. So, anyways, everybody, thank you for watching the super long ass episode today. Yet again, give a giant applause for Bad Life Choices and the Jay Osmo Show. And until next time,
Just remember, don't grow up to be cynical assholes like us, because you'll never enjoy a movie ever again.
yeah.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye. All right, see you guys.